close to the ending. If not, I really hope it is, but that it's not. I'm pretty much gonna spend what free time I have today, um, cleaning, remedying my sickness, preparing for tomorrow, whatnot, the week, and trail and everything, and then finishing up this game because I'm kind of tired of playing it. I mean, for what it offered, it was a decent bit of fun. It was pretty fun with the combat and everything, and some of the wacky story stuff you get into. But I'm like, but it just drags everything along, and the access to these skills is just a little bit too difficult to become skilled at anything. I mean, um, I understand, IRL in real life, you really gotta put hours and hours and hours into stuff to really learn something. But that's not why I'm playing a video game. And for a game that has this kind of duelist style like combat, where you like kind of really need to focus up on one person at a time, and make sure you always pit people in a situation where they have to fight you one-on-one. They don't have PvP, which would be really nice. Like C type warfare on this, with this game, the way it looks, oh, that would be beautiful. The even just like stepping in the ring with some of your buddies and some medieval sword fighting on with this particular setup would be much better than a lot of games that are out there. Like, I'd rather play this against somebody than fucking For Honor. It's just way more fun, a lot cooler, and it's more balanced. There are no super secret special combos that just defeat everything and every mechanic that you have. It's like, no, you have to land everything, you have to be successful and skilled in your attack, and that is what games need. Or even just going through the story with your friends on this would be really nice. Like what people keep asking for in Elder Scrolls Online and Elder Scrolls titles, or just Bethesda titles in general. But it doesn't really offer that either, and it has huge potential to do so. It just hasn't. But yeah, I'm ready to finish this game. We are about to assault Townburg. We have a trebuchet up. They're raining hell. Huh. Yeah, and that's what you hear in the background, the cheers as they shower these men with boulders from the sky. Yeah, that is what's going on. But I'm about ready to finish this. Probably going to take a quick second to call somebody back real quick and see why I received a phone call right when I was going to start this. And then we'll get right into it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just barely missed your call. Freaking my phone was like underneath some stuff. Yeah. Okay. I'm not feeling nauseous anymore. My throat is doing better. Definitely after resting for a good long time. Feels a lot better than it did in the morning. And I'm hoping that the sniffles I'm getting right now is just from the cold and not from me getting sick. But I'm sitting here snacking. Yeah, sitting here snacking on cough drops. Okay, thank you. I love you. Bye bye. Alright. So as I said, remedying the sickness, it's not bad. I just decided to preemptively stay in from work today. Just to make sure I don't get super sick, because I just was taking care of my girlfriend while she was sick, and then I started to exhibit some of her symptoms as well. You know, just like raspy throat, you know, tight throat, and sniffles, nausea. But now I'm ready to do this damn thing.
I think I've heard everything I need to know.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry.
He decided for me.
From an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter.
Well, you
and
know,
as God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
I think I'll take that as a compliment.
Old soldier. This fan must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming. Just one last thing, though. No matter how good the plan is, something always gets fucked up.
Of course.
Keep your eyes open and take advantage of every chance. Help your comrades, and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered.
Absolutely.
You have to take the castle gradually, one position after another.
Roger.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to you, old soldier.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Did they shine up my armor? I want his breastplate. Really? I want Sir Robert, not Robert, fuck him. Given the commands. I want his armor. Yeah. That was a good ass hit.
Charge!
Tell me why I'm not on a horse though. Well, probably because we're going to a wall. You know, you don't need your horse there. Getting your horse killed. Attack. Attack. Storm the walls. What? I'm gonna go ahead and take out my shield while I'm at it, and my mace. Oh, this mace looks awesome. I've never used it. Shit. Yeah, shield for fuck's sake. Is that just one guy? Make sure I've got my freaking long distance arrows out. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. You know what, on second thought, I'll switch to the sword again. I want my best in this fight. Clear shit out, guys. Clear shit out. Alright. I need to be able to see a little bit more. He's like shield for fuck's sake. Sorry. Good lord. Captain Bernard, fuck him up. What are you doing? Guy with the shield. I'm trying to back the fuck up. One. Hardly a mercy killing. Yeah, just get him. Let's go. All right. Fuck. I'm actually gonna have to use a mace. This is getting ridiculous. Good lord, I can't fucking see. Fuck you then. None of your faces are protected. I really wish. Yep. See, that's bullshit. They're just taking turns locking. This is bullshit. Yeah, this is getting ridiculous. Like, they don't give you enough men to handle this. Okay. Okay, that's how it is. Oh my gosh, what is he doing to me? Fuck this. Whoops. Drop this. Fuck that. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna take this motherfucker back out. I'm better off with the sword. Can I use any of my freaking potions? I can't. I'm in the middle of a battle. Alright. Where are the rest of the guys? Fuck, was that literally everyone they gave us? The Lord's like, we're gonna take this whole castle with 20 guys. Fuck, they're fucking you up, aren't they? Fuck? Why did I put my sword away? You just letting him fuck you up, man. You really aren't that good a fighter. Whoops, swung for a shield that time. Not changing guards. You're in my way. You are in my way, Captain Bernard. I'm fucking you up. I'm in my way. Oh, this looks very important. Oh, I gotta yeah, like this looks very important. Room by room, huh? Room by room, huh? Shit. They do not look like they are having a good time. Hold on. See if I can help them out from right here. Gotcha, bitch. Ugh. I feel like the guy in that movie, the sniper, he's like, I got a shot, and I'm taking it. Okay. I can't do shit from where I'm at. Can't open that door. Alright. See if I can't find a way downstairs from here. That should be it right there. piercing arrow. And there, go in the cushion. Heal up. Got him. I'm only like a level 8 or something, or like a level... Yeah, I'm only like a level 8 with the fucking bow.
Sir, we should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one. Don't tempt fate, Hamish. Istvan! It's over! You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. Your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here, grand view and excellent company. What more could I want?
Your freedom!
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
Sir, you're all noblemen here. All bound by honor.
Except me.
I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with
Why
him, Hanush.
Skalitz?
Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him?
Wow.
Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
So are you really going to let them go?
For real.
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor.
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. Then, we'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down this vermin yet.
Oh boy. The burden of nobility. Having to honor their word like that. A bunch of Vikings wouldn't have cared. They'd have just cut you down.
Bring the horses.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish.
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry
For what?
for letting them into the castle.
Calm down, my dear. You're not to blame.
I didn't know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
Certainly more than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
We won't.
Well, that's
My
hilarious.
apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough. Oh, I almost forgot. Your sword. I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to. Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it as a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it.
Are you serious? And this is it.
Quick!
It drags along.
To see which way they go. Oh, they really are heading for Skalitz. Mount up, Henry.
You've heard what he'll do if we follow him.
We're not going to follow them. We just have to go back to your farm. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Fuck that, I want to kill him too and get my sword. Wouldn't be too hard.
Yeah.
Put a nice, good piercing arrow. Like,
What will you do now?
Not long ago, I only made plans.
whoa, jumping cows.
Could do something for Rattay and his people. Something really big. But there'll be plenty of time for that later. This is quite a turnaround, isn't it?
What do you mean?
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
Something like that.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
I was an apprentice blacksmith, not a turnip digger.
Same difference, you silly bugger. The way you found Todd, sneaking into Brannick all on your own. Well, what I mean is, hats off to you, Hal. You wouldn't catch me doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it.
I don't know what to do. My horse is faster than yours. I can't gallop at your pace.
He's a noble, right?
Yes, so am I.
So Radzig will be there.
I bet he's gonna kill Radzig with your sword. I bet he's gonna make you watch.
Don't worry, it'll come to you. You'll see.
Well, I just hope he'll be there. Alive.
He pulls some shit and is like, I am your father, kid. I am your father, boy. Boy,
There's no sign.
kill this man.
Move on.
Too good to be true.
Glad to see Ishban kept his word, sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too, and now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
First thing I'm gonna say is, Dad, why don't I have armor like him?
Father.
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
Or you could ride my horse.
It looks like it's all over.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
Catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
Of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
Where's the honor in abandoning your son?
You know how it is. We were young. It happened. And I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
He knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. That you can be sure.
And that's why I need to go get the
I know
frickin'
so
sword.
little about his past.
He told you nothing. Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg.
Hmm.
It seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah. The sword. It's not my sword. It's yours.
Yeah, it was mine when I
Over
lost
there,
it.
So near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but just then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
It's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it. I'll never forget his face. Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget there are other things in this world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine, a few good friends, and a fine steed under your backside. Those are things worth living for. I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. Well, too much in that. The cost of those other things.
It's better if you did it. I mean, I know Henry's got the
subject of
motivation.
steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights Templar.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front. It's like I always imagined it would be, teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller. My word, it's all go today, isn't it? I wonder who this is.
I think I know. It's Margrave Jobst.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
What is going on? I have no idea. Is that the story? Yeah? Alright.
Warhouse. Blech. Warhorse Studios. Directed by Daniel Farva. Lead designer Victor Book. Executive producer Martin Klima. Chief Executive Officer Martin.
Yeah, Martin. Oh, you can make it go faster. Ooh. Okay. Art. Bam, let's take a screenshot. Not bad. Is this heavy metal? Is this heavy metal in my ear? Yo. I would have loved to hear this during that last fight. Ugh. It's a great... Yeah, it's a great, what song is this, though? Screams and shouts. It's a great put together, honestly. It's a good game. However, I think it had much more potential. Much more potential than it actually acted on. And although they're doing something very interesting and very cool with it by allowing you to rebuild Privislavits or Skalitz perhaps, and manage those as your own kingdom and duel with the AI and the little combat rings and stuff like that, I think that they have some potential for a multiplayer, and that's really cool, even especially with the level of customization they have. They still have lots of bugs to fix in terms of like just cosmetic bugs, certain armor pieces that don't show up, or as you were seeing earlier, every time I would upgrade something, if you did get to see that, every time I would repair something, that thing would disappear visually, turn invisible, and then I'd have to unequip and re-equip for it to come back. But I think this is a good game. I think this is a good game. Here we go. We got some HEMA reference right here. Historical European martial arts. Oh man. Yeah, it looks like they use some yeah, they use some people that they kind of, what do they call that when they talk to someone specifically about certain subjects, as like they use them as kind of like a reference or a subject matter expert. A consultant, yeah. HEMA consultant. But mainly I need to see, is there a new game plus at the very least? For someone who's played since it came out and who's really hung with it, my god, that I slugged through the Sasau Monastery piece of the quest, and oh my god. Please tell me that's not quite the ending. It's the only thing that's really going to keep it on my hard drive, and I want to keep this game there. It's just, I want to have a reason to play it as well. So let's see. Oh, this looks beautiful. Now the game was beautiful, but it was not this beautiful. It wasn't this beautiful. It didn't look quite like this. Even if you sat and paid attention and see, look, God rays through fog. He's in a dream.
Father.
I'm gonna shut up now.
Come now. You know who sired you.
That doesn't matter now. I miss you, Amar. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're proud of you.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right.
If you knew. If you only knew. If he only knew. This camera angle says many adventures lie beyond the horizon.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows.
And as they share a cheery walk into the make-believe sunset. You wonder, is this really the end? Was his mother actually voice acted?
Don't go. No. What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir Radzig wants you at the upper castle. The lords are in council with Yobst.
Right. I'll go straight away.
Look at you. What you're wearing.
What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Yeah.
Not really. You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here! Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Funny. So is this my new game plus? That's what I want to know. Oh, is there actually more to this map? That's another good question. Is there actually more to this? Because that'll keep it on my hard drive and get me playing it again. An oath is an oath. And lagging is lagging. Even if it's so you can save the game. Inventory. I'm still standing there in full armor. Here. I'll take my helmet off. And the coif. So I at least have a face. The epilogue. Our castle. Margrave Yobst. Yeah, game is beautiful. Not quite like they show it in the cutscenes and stuff like that, but the game is beautiful.
Henry.
Oh. If I could just get past you. Oh, am I going to that A place that I'm usually not allowed? Or do they want me all the way out there? Also, I have to get all my shit laundered. Covered in blood and guts and eyeballs and dirt. Well. Oh, this is a horse. Where's my horse? They didn't keep my horse here? A bit low. So it should say something like Revenge Quest failed because I failed that quest. I failed it. My quest for revenge has failed. Oh yes. Let me get the blood off my swords and stuff. Cool. Edge damage. It's just not pretty to look at.
Yeah.
Ugh. Headset makes my head itch.
How? Are you going to the meeting with Margrave Jobst as well?
I am. What about Istvan? I assume...
That we didn't catch him? No.
Cutscene mode.
If we had, you'd be the first one to know. Have no fear. We'll get him eventually.
I hope you're right. Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
My armor looks cooler than yours, even if there is no gold inlay. Despair, and know it as the truth. Nah.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Radzig.
Came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein, a member of my council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
Come
Liechtenstein. I've heard that name.
Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
I have to confess, my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Yeah, explain.
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur. That King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing. Sadly, his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you
Really?
saying Wenceslas invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it makes sense when you think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg.
So we
He
raped,
thought
pillaged,
if he
and
helped
invaded.
Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him.
The whole Roman Empire.
Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so would I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and
exposition.
began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation.
And then he didn't show up.
But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a
Puppet with a crown.
I must say,
Indeed.
Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes,
Correct.
Your Graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost.
So he wanted to kill them all?
There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here.
You want us to stop him?
The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir.
Hmm.
But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
Like him, though.
But what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him. Otto von Bergolf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
So now Bergolf is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses.
You sure?
I have negotiated an alliance with the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility, against Sigismund.
So everyone's against
Every
Sigismund
day
right
he
now.
is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help too.
What kind of help, though? Sigismund has a massive army, and Rosenberg, Berghoff, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary, partly due to my efforts. And now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian one. He can't have both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghoff know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
And run for Hungary.
Of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas. Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. Can't rule too well from there.
And what do
I just want to hear what he wants us to
sit with
do.
your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like scarlets? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
And how do you propose
know,
we
sir,
do?
what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Is that what you want?
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Bergov at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Bergov would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Gutenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
Excellent. Margrave Jobst and I will draft the letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
Best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
Oh, what isn't really the issue? The question is how. We need to learn where they stand on liberating the king and ousting Sigismund. If they'll make trouble or join our side,
But we have to ask in a way that won't leave Sir Capon being run out of the castle with a whip.
Exactly.
How about writing that you're concerned about current events and that you want to see things settled peacefully, and then ask the opinion of the League of Lords?
Very well said, sir. And what they want to do about freeing King Wenceslas.
Whether they think liberating King Wenceslas IV might contribute to resolving the dispute?
And what they plan to do about the god-awful mess in this country.
What steps they envisage taking to end the pillaging of Bohemia by foreign armies?
I couldn't have put it better myself.
Well, I'd also venture to suggest one more. What is their stance on that is, the initiatives of Margrave Jobst of Moravia and a large part of the Bohemian nobility? Whether they plan to take action against them or support their efforts?
You read my thoughts, sir.
So what do you think of it all, Sir Divish?
I think I don't know what to think.
That makes two of us.
If I didn't know anything about Jobst, I'd say he's right and absolutely truthful. But I've heard too much about him already.
Likewise. But I do feel he's the one with the best chance to put things right.
Well, we'll see what we learn from Bergov. If the League of Lords stands with Sigismund, then our chances pale, in spite of everything Jobst said.
We shall see. We shall see.
This is how they should have done character interactions throughout the game. See, now I gotta hear what Bernard and Robert are saying. These are the guys I'm really interested in.
So, what do you think of Margrave Jobst, Bernard?
From what I've heard about him, I wouldn't trust him if he told me rain was wet.
I feel the same. It's never wise to trust a man who's turned his coat more than once.
Exactly. And I don't buy that business with Procom. He double-crossed his own brother, and the rest is just his cover.
On the other hand, if anyone has a chance to oust Sigismund and keep the nobility on his side, it has to be Jobst.
You know, you want to see what the people on the field are saying. Nosy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't trust him either. What the invisible wall? Was that the okay. Are you saying they won't let me leave the room? Am I waiting to sign something?
God bless you. What troubles you?
Armor. So I can't leave the room. John II of Liechtenstein. Margrave Jobs, I can't talk to him. Is this the end? I can't leave this frickin' room. Is that how the rest of this works? Am I about to fast travel? What are you doing here? I guess I'm talking to Radzig.
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes, I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Bergov is no saint.
Don't worry.
I know. You've shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard. You'll be there to make sure nothing untoward happens to him. Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Bergov tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
Roger.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
That's not how it's gonna go.
Very well. Bergov is at Trotsky Castle. I think you'll find it quite an eye-opener. It's one of the finest castles in the land. It's 3 days' ride from here, so unless you hit a snag along the way, you'll be back soon enough. Any questions?
Is the map really big enough? That young man, John Liechtenstein, Rupert. I didn't hear that at all. Know anything about Sigismund, the League of Lords? Just who is Prokop? You knew Wenceslas. Now that I might want to hear about.
I'm a bit concerned so many people seem to think so little of King Wenceslas. You knew him, didn't you? What's he really like?
Well, there's no straightforward answer to that question. He certainly makes a great hunting and drinking companion, but he can be very fiery and impetuous when things don't go how he'd like them. He never had much of a head for high office. He finds it tiresome. But once a man's grasped the scepter, it's hard to let it go again. You can't just abscond. You've seen for yourself what happens when he disappears for a few months. Better a bad but legitimate king than a bloody war over the throne.
I'm getting a bit lost in the Luxembourg lineage. It all seems a bit too tangled.
The Luxembourgs have ruled the Empire and Bohemia for almost 100 years now. Emperor Charles brought this land to prominence. When he was in power, things had never been so good. Wenceslas and Sigismund are his sons, but by different mothers. Jobst and Prokop are their cousins. They were entrusted with governing Moravia. But instead, they've been in a bitter armed feud for years. And now Sigismund's fallen out with Wenceslas. Wenceslas also had another brother, the youngest, John of Görlitz, who was most probably poisoned. They seem like a hot-blooded lot. It's hard to keep up with their affairs, since they tend to change their alliances from one day to the next.
So they're just a family of people backstabbing each other like Game of Thrones, is what I'm hearing. It's just that Wenceslas and Sigismund are, you know, in the running for the entire Empire of Bohemia. Okay. Prokop, cousin, League of Lords.
The League of Lords and that Bergov we're off to see. Who are they exactly?
The lords of the powerful houses. Heinrich of Rosenberg, Otto of Berghof, Heinrich of Radetz, and others. They're unhappy with the way their influence declined after Wenceslas surrounded himself with the lesser orders of nobility. They abducted the king years ago and made him bow to them at that time, and now they've joined forces with Sigismund and done it again. But now it seems that Sigismund's behavior is starting to rub them up the wrong way, so they may well be thinking twice. We'll see what Berghof has to say.
It's about everything I want to know.
That's about all.
Very well. Take the letter from Sir Hanush, and good luck, son.
Yeah, you can tell cutscene to regular gameplay because people start showing actual emotions.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt. No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I must travel back to Brno now, but soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Why?
Please enlighten us, young sir.
Why
I
you?
live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the
So they
Turks
just
has
love
hardened
war.
the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is one thing, but slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians is quite
Exactly.
another. What purpose does that serve?
But
Exactly.
Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians,
They're bouncing
he
shit
could
off
afford
of each
nothing
other.
better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
But in the end, he didn't have enough to even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Kuttenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My
I
lord,
don't know about that.
how's the letter
We'll see.
coming along?
It's done.
Then we can be on our way.
Now remember what we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle.
Ah.
We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
Oh man, did they just give me a grayed beard? Or is that the sunlight? Alright, congratulations, you've completed the main storyline. If you like, you can still embark on side quests and activities, or just wander the world. You can finish the game anytime by joining Sir Hans Capon's squad. So, there is no new game plus. This is the end. There's no single side quest that I feel so... let me think. So ensnared by that I need to finish that up.
Come now, Hal. My men are mustered in the courtyard. We can get going.
Yeah, let's get out of here. I'm finishing this game, guys. I have a lot of space. Games keep coming out free, and they're not really adding the things that I would like to see them add, and I just don't know if that's support-wise or just because they have a different vision. If they do, I respect it, you know, them having another vision. Otherwise, you know, couldn't come any sooner, but I don't imagine that they will actually add all that stuff that I want. I feel like most of the people who want to do single player or stay single player, most people want to do multiplayer, don't typically care for single player.
So, can we set off now, Henry?
Yes, we can.
Of course. Can't wait. So, to horse! The Lord of Berghoff is bound to be waiting as eagerly.
Things like this should have been a regular thing. You trekking along with some sort of envoy, some sort of troop. Whether you And like you should have done things pretty regularly on your own, but then like been able to
I'm getting used to it. What about Rodzik?
immediately do
Has he
this.
accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far more acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a blacksmith's son.
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord. What do you think about Sir Yodst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggars belief. Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a
Feckless drunkard? Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trusting your own king.
On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah, this is what I mean.
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting up to here. What he did in Skalitz.
True enough. On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't come across him, none of this would have happened.
No one forced him to burn Skalitz.
That's a fact. But he couldn't let him shit all over him either. Not that I'm defending him.
He's a weasel.
No doubt about that.
Yeah, they have pacing problems. Like right now, it's like we've been riding for.
Anything about Prokop?
Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about it.
Why?
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamport, a well-known knight, or robber baron for some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of yachts.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
I would never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel.
Yeah, we were riding for nearly 5 minutes, if not. And nothing has really happened.
And
I mean,
have you heard anything about Rupert of the Palatinate?
A little. He can't manage even to wrest power from a king who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule.
exposition.
And that's all I need to know.
Like by now, something should have happened. Someone should have caught an arrow in the knee by now.
And that Berghoff we're going to see, do you know anything about him?
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him, and his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
It's funny how someone shows up every now and again in the chat to watch or whatever. They never show up during the fighting,
The king doesn't
which means that there's probably not enough of
He's
it.
chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit, but the lords weren't happy about their loss of influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd let them hang after they abducted me the first time, but he gave them seats at the provincial council. Little wonder they're back at their old tricks.
So with that theme just got kind of somber. Their horses are still out there from what first happened in Neuhof. Man, that makes me think about everything that I've actually done in this game, actually, since I first started playing it. Really, since it first came out. Yeah, last time I rode past that place, it was all on fire. Everything was covered in blood. I was on a quest for revenge. Now, this is supposed to be the end. Got that first guy runt. That was a great deal of fun. Although I don't think they should have done a cutscene kill. They should have just let me kill him. However, the Polish guy, or no, he's German, that's right, not Polish, German. I don't know what's up with him. They really should have sent that guy away too. I guess this is how they keep making more games. Everything's just kind of a to be continued. To be continued kind of thing. Like right now, I'm thinking, man, we should have fucking raided Skalitz by now, cleared it completely out, and we should be working on rebuilding that, and that should have been just a part of the main story. Not really expansion territory. I think I've got about 95% of this map probably discovered. And the only reason that it's not 100 saved. You stop here at this camp. Yeah, the only reason why it's not 100% discovered because there ain't shit out here sometimes. Beautiful game, beautiful game. Not enough to do in its world though. Going camping. Alright, come on. Let's have our heart to heart. Rob. What do you see? As you can see, I've got Crouching Chameleon. What do you mean? Yes, that's why.
At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of an outing. Why?
That's why I rode out there. That's why I haven't washed my face and I've still got scars bleeding. It's because I want to finish this game. The end.
Let's get to it then. I finally have the feeling we're doing
It's a trophy earned.
We're helping to save the king.
Instead of saving his drunken majesty, I'd rather find that horse who murdered my parents. Get the sword back from him. Skew it.
There you go.
I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day, and it won't be long in coming.
Ah, fuck you.
Forward, men! Audentes fortuna juvat!
The end.
I think they should have given you more at the end. Great game. Great game, really. They needed way more combat, though. Holy crap. The brass section trying to overpower me. Hold on, I hear fire. Is this a post credits? No, that's it. Alright. That's how they end it. Cut to black. Some would say artistic. I would say not nearly trying hard enough. Yeah, overall good game. I hope they add to it more. They need some sort of online PvP because the combat is just way too much fun to enjoy it by yourself only. You know, somebody else has got to feel your sting, or even just spectating. Shoot, PvAI worlds where you duel and fight AI opponents side by side with your homies, your cronies, your bunch, your entourage would be a lot more fun than the random bandits that are either fully armored trained knights, which makes no sense, or like peasantry being annihilated by you in one hit, or a fight lasting all of an hour as you continue to run across the entire countryside. But no, they're doing good things with their DLC. And that is where I will conclude this stream. For those of you who choose to tune in and actually see the end, see that little battle that was going on for Talmberg or anything like that, hope you enjoyed it. Next time maybe I'll be finishing up another game. I know I still have to play through The Witcher 3. I'm nowhere near the end of that game, but maybe I'll just, broadcast it just to have a little fun. Peace.